What up, humans? Karumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the marksman, Irithel. Irithel has a good set of area of effect, blink, and buff skills. Our jungle heart, Irithel, is a marksman hero. I consider Irithel as a mobile burst marksman, since her passive skill lets her shoot arrows while moving. Not only that, her ultimate lets her deal exploding damage. Irithel fights alongside her brother and friend, Leo. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Irithel based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain her skills one by one for further understanding. Irithel's passive, Jungle Heart, allows Irithel to shoot arrows while moving. Each basic attack shoots out 3 heavy arrows. Each arrow deals a certain percentage of her physical attack as physical damage. Given that, only first of the 3 arrows can trigger equipment ability skills. This is great in team fights since Irithel can either chase enemies while shooting, or shoot arrows while escaping death. Irithel's first skill, Strafe, shoots a round of arrows to a certain area. This skill deals physical damage to the enemies in the area. Not only that, enemies hit will have their physical defense reduced. The physical defense reduction increases as the level of this skill increases. Her second skill, Force of the Queen, makes Leo shout loudly. The shout affects enemies surrounding Irithel. All enemies affected will receive physical damage and also have their movement speed reduced. This skill has a large radius. The cooldown of this skill decreases as its level increases. Irithel's ultimate skill, Heavy Crossbow, makes Irithel and Leo jump forward toward a direction. Upon landing, Irithel equips a heavy crossbow. This crossbow increases her physical attack. Each of her basic attack will deal damage to the target and also to the nearby enemies. The duration of this skill lasts for 15 seconds. So many items that you can buy for Irithel. You can focus on offensive items since Irithel is a marksman. For me, I choose to buy items that grants critical chance, critical damage, movement speed, and physical attack. In my opinion, you can consider buying Swift Boots for Irithel. Swift Boots grants her additional attack speed and movement speed. Having additional attack speed will make Irithel attack more. This will let you deal lots of attacks, especially during team fights. Buying attack items such as Berserker's Fury can boost your damage effectively. This item gives you additional physical attack and critical chance. Its unique passive grants you additional critical damage on your critical hits. Also, dealing critical hits will increase your physical attack by a certain amount, for a short period of time. You might also want to consider Wind Talker. This item grants you attack speed, movement speed, and critical chance. Its unique passive grants your next basic attack to deal magic damage to 3 enemy units. This unique passive has a cooldown of 3.5 seconds, but may be lowered as your critical chance rises. Every time this unique passive is released, your movement speed will be increased for a short period. You might want to consider Blade of Despair. This item grants additional physical attack and movement speed. Its unique passive will give you additional physical attack when the target's health is below a certain percentage. The movement speed bonus can also help you chase enemies or escape death. You might also want to consider Haas's Claws. This item grants you life steal and additional physical attack. Its unique passive will grant you extra life steal when your health point reaches a certain point. You might also want to consider Mythic Roar. This item grants physical attack. Its unique passive grants physical penetration. Also, basic attacks will ignore some of the turret's defense. In situations that there are burst physical heroes on the enemy team, like Aldous, you might want to consider Wind of Nature. This item grants physical attack speed. and lifesteal. This item has an active skill. Upon casting this skill, you become immune to all physical damage for a few seconds. This is pretty helpful when going against one-on-one or in team fights as well. You can be immune when Aldous punches the hell out of you, or immune to Saber's ultimate skill. The item build for Irithel really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Irithel is Flicker. You can use it to escape danger, even death. I use Flicker a lot for marksman heroes, since marksman heroes must always keep their distance. I will show later on how great the Flicker spell is. Trust me, it's the best. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Marksman Emblem set. Custom Marksman Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a marksman. Set Fatal to its max level because it can give you extra critical chance. Higher critical chance means higher chance to deal critical damage. Setting Doom to max level will provide you additional critical damage. Higher critical damage means higher damage on your critical hits. Get Weakness Finder to have the chance to slow enemies. The effect will greatly reduce targets' movement speed and attack speed. This effect has a short cooldown. For me, it's the best thing to get. Why? Because this can help you chase enemies when your second skill is on cooldown. Set first skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the physical damage reduction higher, and the base damage higher. That means you can deal more damage to enemies with this skill. Prioritize second skill less since her first skill is what you need for damage dealing. Always upgrade her ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Iritel's passive skill is one of the best passive skills for a marksman. Since it makes her shoot arrows while moving, this can turn the team fight in your team's favor. As we know, a hero stands still while dealing basic attack. But with Iritel's passive, this pause is eliminated. In terms of spells, Flicker is the best for me. Instead of explaining why, let me show you why it is the best. On this clip, I utilized her passive skill, second skill, ultimate skill, and Flicker. It seems that Ruby underestimates Irithel. So here goes her fate. Explaining Flicker in terms of escaping death, this is a great combo with your ultimate skill. With this, you can toy around with enemies who tried on ganking you. Save your Flicker in times of danger. In situations like this, Flicker is what you can rely on. Surprisingly, your second skill really matters too. Iritel's second skill is a great crowd control skill, since it has a large radius. The skill is casted instantly, making it hard for enemies to escape death. With Iritel's passive skill and being a marksman, keeping your distance from enemies is your most priority. Rolling with Leo while hitting enemies is fun. This passive even let me have a savage. Ruby really underestimates Irithel. During laning, you can use your first and second skill to harass enemies. You can use first skill to reduce their physical defense, and use second skill to slow them down. With this, your second skill and basic attack will deal more damage. In terms of team fights with all the enemies around, I usually follow two combos. Let me show one of the combos first. First, I use my first skill to reduce the physical defense of the enemies. This will also help your teammates deal more damage. Next, I use my second skill to slow them down, while they bait with our team's damage. Then, I use my ultimate so that my basic attack can deal explosive damage. After that, I deal basic attacks. With your ultimate skill buff, you can deal massive damage. This can rip off enemies and make them return to their mother's womb. The other combo is different. First, I use my ultimate skill instantly. I use this to activate the heavy crossbow, and leap into team fight as well. Then, I use my first skill and second skill. This is to reduce their physical defense and slow them down. Then, I continue dealing basic attacks. Additional tip, Iritel's second skill has a large radius. You can use this to counter Natalia. I instantly use my second skill always when I see an exclamation icon above my head. This tells you that Natalia is near you. This lets me return Natalia back to her mother's womb. Always. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Irithel. This video just guides you on how to use Irithel the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Irithel. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to my channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the featured video on our channel for the mechanics. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers!
Victory!